Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, expectations. Now, hear me out, right? So far, we have talked about EDC coming out of his comfort zone and getting Lamar Jackson help, right? We have talked about Lamar Jackson's contract. We've talked about the Browns acquiring Darius Smith. We've talked about Odell Beckham and him being healthy. We've talked about Zay Flowers. We've talked about Bateman coming back stronger. We talked about Mark Andrews coming back even more focused. But you know the one person that we have failed to talk about? Because I don't care how much talent you have, if they don't do their job properly, everything can fall by the wayside. And that is John Harbaugh. So, listen, I know a lot of people are in their minds about the Todd Monken, and we're not worried about it. John's going to let him be himself and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you this right now. You know those letdowns that we're so used to as Raven fans? You know what I mean? Where the team isn't ready mentally or ready emotionally, and we come out flat or dry or slow or just non-energetic. That's coaching. And I was going over something. Now, look, I'm not spreading hate. I'm not. And I'm not trying to be negative. What I'm saying is that we've given a lot of love to everybody on the Ravens team, and we have high expectations after all of the love giving. You get where I'm coming from? But all of that could fall by the wayside if John Harbaugh cannot get these men up and ready to play. And that's where I'm at right now. Look, the being able to call timeouts at the right juncture, you know what I mean? You know, challenging when you're supposed to challenge, you know, getting the guys up and ready. Let me tell you something right now. Everybody on here should know that I'm a big Giannis fan. Like, Giannis is right now my favorite basketball player in the NBA. Him and Russell Westbrook. And in basketball, it's not as prevalent with the coach. And look how bad the coach of the Bucks did in multiple games for Milwaukee this postseason. This is where I'm at when it comes to this. This is why I'm talking about this. Because football's coaches, they probably hold more power and more influence over winning than any other coach out of any other professional sports. And that needs to be stated when it comes to this team. Look, we are hoping for a historical season. Everybody's saying that their floor is 12 or 11 games, okay? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're thinking about. That's what's on our minds. So it shouldn't surprise anybody that this is where I'm going with this. John Harbaugh has to be on his P's and Q's the entire season. I mean, he has to be so locked in. He has to be so ready for war. He has to be the leader. He has to be the shoulder. He has to be the person that rallies the troops. He has to be able to do it all. And if he does not do it, we are going to lose. Because let me tell you something right now. And everybody's going to say, oh, Nitro, you're looking too much into this, or you're making too big of a deal about this. I have a question for anybody that's watching this saying that, right? How many games in the playoffs have we seen coaches lose it for the team? Think about it. Horrible calls, untimely possessions, can't get the team on the field properly. Like that, 12 men on the field, talking about foo-foo business. All those type of stuff, it can't happen this season. It can't. The delay of games, they cannot happen this season. The moving of the line before the snap, sorry, it can't happen this season. He has to be this. Let me tell you something right now. This is the most talent he's probably ever had in his entire tenure as a head coach in its entirety, right? And I know there's Super Bowl. I know he has a Super Bowl resume and stuff like that. That team does not have the offensive firepower that this team has right now. It's not even close. It's not even close. I don't care what none of you say. It's not close. And because of that, expectations have been raised. A lot of people are saying there's no excuse for Lamar. No. There's no more excuses for John Harbaugh. None. Like, you can't say, oh, the only thing that he would get a pass for in the eyes of most fans is if, God forbid, we had like an injury-riddled season. I'm up spitting on that right now because I don't want any bad jinx in my team. You know what I mean? But that's the only way that we would see people be like, look, you know what I mean? He tried his best, right? Because injuries can derail any good team. But barring that, there is literally no excuse. And this is how we should be treating this for John Harbaugh for this season. Do you know why? Let me tell you why. Because like I've already said, the expectation of the team. If he is the captain of this team, right, being the head coach, he has to shoulder the burden and the responsibility to be able to get this team up and ready. You can say whatever you want about Lamar. You can say whatever you want about Bateman, Zay Flowers, OBJ, Mark Andrews, Ronnie Stanley, J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Moses. And we're not even talking about the defense. Roquan, hopefully, God, please. Hallelujah. Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams. I don't care how much talent you have on one team. If the coach cannot lead his men or properly coach them and manage his team, it means nothing. I don't care how much talent you have. It does not matter. If good habits are not made in the off-season training camp and they're solidified and taken all the way throughout the season, and then when small things come up, if those small nicks are not rectified, we will be going home without the Lombardi. That's fact. There's no conjecture anywhere in that statement. And the reason why I'm coming with this energy is not because I hate, because I told you already, I do not hate John Harbaugh. What I do is I do not like the excuses that have been made for him, right? But I will say this. EDC has given him talent on the defensive and the offensive side of the ball. Bisciotti paid his quarterback to make sure that he still has a top-tier quarterback on the team, right? And all while doing that, they built a very, very comparable defense that could be next to a nice offense to get turnovers, sacks, fumbles, it all. So if you're looking at it saying, well, EDC did his job, and everyone's like, EDC. If everyone's looking at Lamar saying, Lamar's healthy and he's paid, and they're looking at Bateman, Bateman's healed, OBJ is healed too, and they're looking at the draft, we got Zay. Then Harbaugh. What about Harbaugh? What about Harbaugh? And the problem with the Harbaugh situation, what I'm bringing up is, we won't know until the start and the end of next season. And that's scary. Because, let me tell you, there's nothing more scary in this world. And all of us have fears. But there's nothing more scary than the unknown. There's nothing more scary than the unknown. Why do you think so many people, even if, they're religious or not, are so scared to death? because of the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's happening when your eyes close, right? I mean, we all have beliefs, and some of us have religious beliefs and stuff like that. But no one is able, outside of the biblical realm, no one's been able to say, die and come back and be like, hey, yo, it's nice over there, bro. There's a lot of stuff going over there. No. So the human mind is scared of the unknown. And when it comes to this season and how well Harbaugh can coach this team, that one factor is the very utter embodiment of the unknown. Listen, man, I'm excited for this year. I want this year to be great, but I'm keeping an eye on Harbaugh. Can he manage egos? Because there's egos on this team now. You do realize this, right? This is not a team that's going to say, oh, I love to block. I love not catching the ball. I love not getting numbers. Oh, my God. Remember, this is the same guy that said that if you care about numbers, you care about X, Y, Z, we don't want you over here. We'll enjoy lining up against you. It's the same guy that said that. You understand? There are egos on this team. And a coach's job is not just coaching the players. It's managing egos. Because let me tell you something right now. If you want to piss off a room full of very comparable receivers, let them all not be able to reach the numbers that they think they're reaching. And on top of that, the offense is struggling. Oh, it will be bad. Utterly bad. So I wanted to bring that up today because it's something I don't hear no one talk about. No one's bringing it up. This season rests solely in the arms of John Harbaugh. And this season is going to be his defining moment. Was he just part of the ride? Or is he truly part of the solution? We're going to find out. And we're going to find out very, very soon. And that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. Once again, you know it's all jokes and fun over here, but it's rooted in what? Facts and truth. So if you're not already done so already, please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do love the comments. You guys have been leaving some great comments, and I've been trying to hit everybody back. We're getting more and more. So I just try to like the ones that I like. But no, just keep leaving comments. Just all I'm asking is to be respectful to other people, you know what I mean, in the comment section, because I know we're going to have differing opinions, but just be respectful. That's all I ask. And we can keep moving forward. And if you would like to donate to this platform to help it grow, right? At the bottom of the screen is a QR code. The QR code is to a Cash App. That Cash App is located in every description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. So go out there and support the channel. And if you want another form of support for the channel, we have a new Patreon that's available for The Wunderkind Show. What do you get if you become a patron? You can talk to me pretty much directly. For the Patreon users, I'm on there. They sometimes send me messages, ask me questions. I can respond. It's just like that. It's communications. But it also gives you access to the Discord. That's what it pretty much does. It gives you access to the Discord. It gives you access to questions from subscribers, even though we haven't had any questions yet, right? And it gives you access for upcoming sweepstakes and contests that we'll have for free merchandise. And we'll be running, for all the patrons, a fantasy football league for the upcoming football season. And there will be a final season prize. So go out there and get that and support the channel. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This show's Nitro signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.